What's up guys, I'm StarJake here once again with a brand new video. Here today I'm going to be showcasing everything that I bought at Dragoncon. So I just got back and honestly I missed it already. Dragoncon is my favorite event of the year and won't get to see it again until next year, so that's fantastic. But I'm in a great mood. I got a lot of amazing stuff while I was at Dragoncon, and I wanted to do a video like this here on YouTube. I did make a very short video camera recording of the items, but then I was like, nah, you know what? I want to actually show the items and talk about them because that is just lazy. I don't want to just do a video recording of them. So here's a recording of me talking about the items and showing each individual item. Now the other video is posted, it's just private and I'm not going to send a link to it because I would much rather you guys watch this one instead of that one. So let's get on with it. So I'm going to start off by showing the CDs I got, then I'm going to show the video games and then the autograph material. There's a band that I like to see at Dragoncon called the Crüxshadows. I've been a fan of them for years now. Like, I would walk by their merch table, hear their music, and eventually I was like, you know what? I'm going to go over there and check them out. I own a few of their CDs. I've been a fan of them for a decent amount of time, and I've been visiting their merch table ever since. And I got 2 albums and a single. I got the special edition of the Wishfire album from 2002, which, surprisingly, I have not heard this album yet, so I figured, why not? It's also not in the plastics, so I can kind of show this one. But yeah, that's the first one. It's also the earliest release of this. The next one is the single Valkyrie, which is still sealed, so I am not going to open it. But yeah, that is what that looks like. And there was a free table over by the bathrooms in on one of the floors. I believe it was the same floor with the Crüxshadows, but I'm not completely sure. But there was a table and it said free album and just had a massive stack of this album. And that is the latest Crüxshadows album. I got 3 of them. Now, I didn't feel right taking more than 1 copy because I know for a fact that it's not what they intended, but I'm handing these copies to friends of mine. I'm not keeping them for myself because that would be very selfish. In fact, I still own a copy from back when it came out. In fact, this is the very copy that I bought the same year that this album was released. I love this album. I really consider this to be one of their best, and I decided to grab multiple copies so I can maybe introduce some of my friends to their music. So I now have 4 copies of this album, but I'm planning to give these specific copies to friends of mine so that they can be introduced to their music. But yeah, this is a fantastic album. It's my favorite Crüxshadows album, and that is also the newest one at the moment. I'm not sure when a new album is going to be released, but I'm hoping it's soon because they absolutely nailed it on this album. Pretty awesome. The next item, the next item is a video game for the Nintendo 64. Now, as everyone knows, I'm a really big fan of Mario Party. I've been playing it non-stop the past few months. One that I've been looking for specifically is Mario Party 1, but it sells for a decent amount, and I haven't managed to find one that was at a decent price. I did see one at the store over in Opelika, but it was $50 and unofficial, and the unofficial one sold for $20 on eBay, so I wasn't going to do that. And there was an official copy for about $80, which I was not going to pay for either. But at Dragoncon, we found this table that was selling video games, and they happened to have an official copy for $50. So I now own Mario Party 1, and I am going to be playing this later on today. Mario Party that I've been playing lately is Mario Party 3, and now that I own the first one, I can now, kickstart from the very beginning of Mario Party. But yeah, that's Mario Party 1. It was only $50, which is not bad for an official copy of this game. I I hope it's official anyway. I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, Mario Party 1, pretty awesome to have it now. And the next video game, which is technically my brother's since he bought it, but I definitely wanted to show it in this video because I was genuinely impressed that anybody was selling this at Dragoncon. So, as everyone knows, I'm a huge fan of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It's one of my favorite TV series, and I'm really excited for the new season that's coming up. But they released a video game back in the mid-2000s. It is Zombie Ninja Pro-Am. I've never seen this before at Dragoncon or any game store. In fact, this can sell for a good bit on eBay. Sometimes it sells for over 100. So I was just genuinely amazed that this was found at Dragoncon. And it was only $45, so that's actually really good for it. I've never played this before, but I'm definitely looking forward to it because I know it's going to be really good. I am a die-hard Aqua Teen Hunger Force fan, and it really sucks that I'm just now able to play this because I've been looking for this game since, I want to say since I was maybe 12 or 13 years old. I'm 23 now, and I'm just now able to actually play it. So, yeah, but it's really awesome to finally be holding this after so many years. But yeah, that's the cover and that's the back of it. And it even has the booklet inside. So, yeah, I am really looking forward to playing this. This is an awesome TV show, and I'm pretty sure this game is going to be awesome as well. I've heard great things about it, so I'm really hoping it lives up to the hype. But yeah, I got Mario Party 1, and I got the Aqua Teen Hunger Force games, so pretty awesome. And now I am going to show the 2 autographed items that I got at Dragoncon. So, one is a DVD and one is a printout. One of my favorite shows is Scooby-Doo. It's also one of my favorite live-action movies. I love the first and second one. I learned that Fred was going to be at Dragoncon this year, so I brought my Blu-ray live-action 1 and 2 movie collection, and I got him to sign it. Unfortunately, he was the only one there from the cast, so I wasn't able to get all the autographs, but I aim to eventually do that. I also kind of regret not getting the autograph like actually on the artwork and just on the plastic, but I mean, it is what it is. It's still pretty awesome nonetheless that he autographed my copy of it. Despite what critics have to say about it, I actually love the live action movies. They were a huge part of my childhood, and I still, to this day, can watch them front to back without having to pause either of them. They're great movies, and I would suggest watching them if you haven't, but if you haven't watched them yet, I would be really surprised. Anyways, yeah, it's an autographed copy of my Scooby-Doo 1 and 2 Blu-ray set. So, yeah, the very last item of this video, and I think this was the first one I got signed. So, Billy West was at Dragoncon this year, and as we all know, he's a voice actor for a lot of different things. He's very talented, and he's able to pull off a lot of different voices. But my favorite role of his, and this is probably the most cliche thing any of you are ever going to hear, my favorite voice role of him is on Futurama as Fry. Fry is one of my favorite characters, and I've been a fan of Futurama for as long as I can remember. So I wanted to get something signed that had Fry on it, and it was this printout. And as you can see here, he quoted something from the TV show. That is one of the most iconic lines that Fry has on the series. But yeah, I got my name autographed on it, and I got that iconic line, if you can read that. I'm hoping you can. I know my camera kind of sucks. Yeah, that is the other autograph that I got. So I got my Scooby-Doo set signed and my Futurama photograph signed, which is pretty awesome. So I had a pretty good haul at Dragoncon. I wish I had bought more, but I mean, I didn't want to spend too much because of multiple reasons, but I did end up spending almost $200. So I forgot to mention this. I also got this really cool Dragoncon badge, and it has Star Jake on it, so pretty awesome. I also managed to hand out a good bit of my Star Jake CDs while I was there. So if you're watching this because you got one of my CDs, and that is awesome, I'm glad you got it, and I hope you enjoyed it. And my debut album, Overexposed Management, is on the way. I really hope you guys listen to it and end up liking it. So yeah. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all later. Have a great night. I hope you all enjoyed the video.